Rats in the House. What a great title for this piece, and it encapsulates it brilliantly. Of you might have this picture perfect veneer, but what is lurking underneath is definitely something you'd like to exterminate. And you do. So I loved this intertwining of secrets, hiding in plain sight, the intersections of love and marriage, and deceit. I thought the pacing right from the get go. I knew that we were in for a little bit of a roller coaster. And I love those moments of the very close encounters where they're almost caught. And then it's prolonged a little bit more. They built up that anticipation in a really brilliant way throughout. It was the perfect amount of messy and uncomfortable, but also deeply real. This happens. And there was a lot of conversations that I have heard before in my life with friends. The tension was perfectly paced, constantly building, and it grew to that ultimate climactic moment that was a great payoff. And also really great framing throughout as well, I noticed.
Rats in the House. This was a really, really wild journey and wild story. I feel like this is one of those things that you like just have to strap in and go for the ride because there's just so much going on. But clearly the guy's like a serial cheater. He's not going to change. And it's interesting because I wonder if the wife befriended the pregnant woman after the fact. Like if she found out that he had had an affair with her and then decided to go and befriend her to set up this whole moment. And then obviously finding out that she was pregnant changes things again. But I thought it was really interesting. I really liked a bunch of things that they did. I liked that they didn't just kill the first girl, that she came to like in the bushes outside of his bedroom window and was like, you asshole, like threw me out a window. You could have killed me. But then because she was still so like crazy in love with him, that she was willing to give him more time before coming clean. I thought that was really an interesting move and not one I think a lot of people would have made. I really thought it was an interesting, wild journey from beginning to end. And then at the very end, her propositioning the woman being like, I want to help you raise the baby. I want to be a part of this baby's life, even though I just killed two people in front of you. I thought was just a great way to show just how truly unhinged this woman had become.
So Derek has caused some problems, one could say. It's interesting to see, this story, just how this guy's life unravels pretty badly, and unravels a few lives. But it's an interesting story about how some simple choices can have a rather dire consequence. And in this case, a couple people dead. So hope Derek, I'd say I hope he does better next time, but he doesn't look like he's going to have a chance. The actors all did a nice job. It was a good twisty, turny story, and nicely put together. So, good luck with this. I hope it does well for you.
This film was really fun to watch. I love the drama of it. It really goes with the saying, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. I will say that the ending went a little further than I expected, but it was really intense and really well acted, so I enjoyed it a lot. I definitely felt for Amara. I was on her side the whole way through until maybe she started killing people, but overall I thought this was a really enjoyable film. It looked great, the acting was great. I loved the paranoia that we felt with Derek as he was trying to hide his lover. So I loved seeing from his perspective, but then ultimately siding with his wife. So in the end, I love the twists in this and the drama. It was really enjoyable to watch.
Rats in the House was a really great piece. I think you did a great job of using hiding secrets and conversation, and they get bigger and it becomes more of a problem until finally you have to let it all out and exterminate them. I think you do a good job of presenting that as symbolism, literally and figuratively, with what I just said. But I think it was a really practical situation where this issue and excuse me, where this issue and this theme get brought up. There was great acting. I think it was shot really well. I think the pacing was really well. You could feel the tension between these conversations as well as the brevity in a way that was really natural. So once again, I want to commend the writing and the acting, because I know it goes both ways with those. But it came together to be a really fun piece to watch. I think it was just fun to watch everything unravel and come back together again. Really great piece, really good job.
When rats are in the house, you're going to want to get rid of them, as she says, as these dark secrets come to light. From the beginning, we have this man, and all he claims to want to do better, but goes as far as to shove someone out the window in order to keep his secrets hidden over his indiscretions. This time, it happens to be with his brother's girl and his wife's best friend. This ultimately becomes a revenge story, more about this fact of mad hysteria that women go through when women cannot conceive. As he states, that she was closed off from him and treated him like a machine, and he couldn't remember the last time that they had had sex. And she gives him a reminder that essentially a relationship is not strictly sexual. For the scene to develop right before she sends the brother off to deal with a errand, she poisons her best friend and stabs her husband right where we can see it. And we're also left with this woman that he conceived a child with, and she isn't met with haste, but a promise to be there for the child more than the father ever could be. No one's really a winner here, except for maybe the brother, who was oblivious to the entire thing happening right before him. He even leaves before the dinner got deadly, and he didn't even learn the truth about anything. So I think he kind of got the best fate out of them all.